So my concern we talked about is her mentation. She's not going to follow commands well, and she's not going to understand. And one of the things that occurs with dementia as well is they don't perceive pain as much, or at least they're not recording it, and that's why the things can get missed because they don't complain about them. Okay? Fractures are down through here, and it also involves a piece down through here. Now this piece rotates down. When we pull her up, like I did, it pulls her back up, but this angle is normally about 45 degrees. Just go back to mathematics again. Okay, so if you're standing on it and you're putting weight on this thing, it's going to try and push this thing off. Okay, and the weak link in the system is her old bone, not that big piece of metal I'm going to put in there. So if it fails, it's not going to be the metal, it's going to be her bone. She's going to cut right through it. So we come up here, we make a hole up here. We're going to put a rod down here. The rod's got a hole here and a hole here, and we'll through this hole we'll shove a big old bolt that runs up through here to grab this piece, and then another small screw goes through here to stop this thing from being able to piston. Okay, so she'll have incision up here, incision down here, and that's about it.
Okay.
Our problem is not putting it back together, our problem is keeping it there. Okay, and so this is going to be where y'all going to really have to decide, can you manage this or not? Because if it cuts out, then all this gets lost. If she cuts through that, then she'll damage all of that. Okay, and then we have limited choices at that point. We either do what's called a girdle stone, where we take all this and just throw it away and leave her without a hip socket. Okay, well, we do that frequently when we have infected artificial joints we can't get rid of. Okay? Or we have to get a special long stem prosthesis to try and make up all the length. And then again, we got the problem with mentation, not understanding the restrictions that go with artificial hips. But those are our bailout options if we fix this and inadvertently she does something that screws it up. Okay?
Okay.
So bad things can happen at her age group. If you look at statistics for people who are succumb to problems within 6 months after a hip fracture, it'll scare you. So I'm not sure I would look at the statistics. You just need to know that. There. But until I fix her, I can't do anything with her. I can't move her, I can't twist her, I can't get her up, because every time I touch that fracture, it hurts. Okay, so we're going to fix her today. I'll go get an OR time. I'll come back and let y'all know.
Okay.
So will the pain subside once you end up doing the work?
It won't subside until the fracture heals. It'll feel better because now it's moving as one unit.
Oh, okay.
But it's still broken. It's got to heal.
And is the fracture all the way through, like it's separate?
Yeah, it's an it's a comminuted fracture. There's fracture all the way through. That's why the thing was tilted down on the first scan, and while it was back up when I pulled her leg and straightened her back out. Okay, I'm moving the fracture. Okay, the table we operate on does the exact same thing. She'll be laying on a little triangle for her behind. There'll be a post that comes up, so her crotch will be right up against the post. 2 legs are in the air with boots on her. Okay, those boots give me, with a post, give me the ability to pull on her to get length and rotate to get the position I want. And that's how we fix her. The x-ray machine is shaped like the letter C. It comes in between the crotch, so it can shoot front to back. And then it can spin and shoot it side to side, so I can get a 3D idea of where I am when I'm putting my hardware in. It's a pretty fancy table. Okay, so I'll go get an OR time. I'll come back and let y'all know.
Okay. Sounds good.